channel. Today we're going to be doing a very fun vlog, and we thought that we could take you guys along with us while we do some fall festivities. So we're going to start by carving our pumpkin, and we named him Binks after the cat in Hocus Pocus because it seemed fitting. And we're going to get this reading corner area set up. We actually already have it kind of started. Cooper went ahead and laid down a trash bag just to protect the tray. And then we have little Binks right here, so we're gonna go ahead, get our tools together, and I do have my coffee right over here because I'm not carving without a pumpkin coffee. I feel like we would just be missing out on that. So, but let's go ahead, let's start carving our pumpkin. Alright guys, so now we have to print out the stencil. And I just found this on Pinterest. I'll have it linked down below, so if you want to use it, you can print out a stencil as well. But you just flip through like 18 different options and you can pick whatever stencil that you want. And I'm thinking of either doing this one or this one. I think we're gonna go with the house. So all you have to do is just click the blue part and then just print it. So let's do it. Okay, so we got the stencil printed. We chose the haunted house one just because the cat one cuts a lot of the pumpkin out. And we've never done a haunted house on our pumpkin before, so we're gonna do this. And then we also forgot to mention that we got these little candles to put in the pumpkin after we carved it. So now that we got the top cut off, we need to go ahead and scrape her out. So let's do it. We've officially cleaned Binks completely out. He is squeaky clean. We got all of our pumpkin seeds right here that we're gonna roast, and then our Trader Joe's bag full of Binks's guts. So now, Cooper, what's next? We gotta do the stencil, right? So now we're just gonna put this on there. I'm not sure. I think we may just tape it and get that carved in there. Morning, and we were going to do the roasting of the pumpkin seeds and starting the cheesecake last night, but to be completely honest, our pumpkin carving ran a lot later than what we thought. We messed up the first time to where like we were cutting out the wrong thing. Like we had the whole stencil backwards, like it didn't make any sense. So we managed to flip the pumpkin around and do it on the other side, and we saved it, thankfully. Anyway, so today we are going to be roasting our pumpkin seeds. We're going to be making a dairy-free and gluten-free pumpkin cheesecake that you can easily recreate too if you want to make it for Thanksgiving or just because you love pumpkin like I do. So I was reading up on how to roast pumpkin seeds because I've never done it before. This is my first year doing it, and it was saying in one article, I can link it down below, it was on Pinterest, it had like all these recipes for how to flavor your pumpkin seeds where you can make them sweet or savory. There was like ranch flavored, pizza flavored, salt and pepper, all kinds of flavors. So I'll link it down below if you want to check it out too. But they were saying to boil the seeds first to get rid of something called, I think it's phytic acid. I'll put it on the screen. But basically it's something that's in pumpkin seeds and it can interfere with how your body absorbs the nutrients from the pumpkin seeds, because pumpkin seeds do have really good nutrients in them. Anyway, by boiling the pumpkin seeds, you get rid of the phytic acid in there so that you can easily absorb the nutrients from the pumpkin seeds. So, saying that, I figured that we would go ahead and just boil them too. So let's go ahead, let's head down to the kitchen and let's get these pumpkin seeds and cheesecake going.
Stay awake every night just to catch one more glimpse of your skin. When I look at the way you sleep, I know I'm home.
Okay, so while we're waiting on those pumpkin seeds to boil, we're gonna go ahead and start our pumpkin cheesecake. So we're gonna make it gluten-free and dairy-free. I'm gonna link the recipe down below. Liz, if you're watching this, she's Cooper's sister. She actually used this recipe and she made this cheesecake last week and it was amazing. So I had her text it to me and we're just gonna replace the dairy options with non-dairy options and make it gluten-free too. So I'm gonna go ahead and gather all of our ingredients. I know the first thing that we have to do is bake our gluten-free pie crust for like 10 to 14 minutes. So let's go ahead, let's set the oven for that, and then I'll already set it for the pumpkin seeds, so kind of knocking two birds with one stone there. And then we'll go ahead and mix together our ingredients to make the cheesecake filling.
There are times I believe I can change and be the man just for you. Like a flash of the future, I see our sons and daughters too. No tomorrow, spin your sorrow, let the games begin. Reach out of your bed, come out ahead, don't dwell within.
Let's mix our pumpkin cheesecake filling together. I don't have an electric mixer, so a little tip that you can use if you don't have one as well is to heat your cream cheese in the microwave just a little bit to get it kind of melted and soft so that you can mix it really well together. So let's go ahead and let's get our cheesecake mixed.
You're a lonely sailor, and your soul is made of wind and rain, doubts and blame. I'm a weary pirate, and my heart is made of dust and grain, and spoiled champagne. I've got troubles, I've got sins, I'm my worst enemy, but I've still got a lot to give. So I said, hey, don't you wanna come and run away with me? Hey, won't you come and say by chance, don't you want me? A man who fully understands a sailor's heart, a sailor's heart. You're a born survivor, and you'll never find yourself in love. You're wise enough. I got troubles, I got sins. I'm my worst enemy, but I still got a lot to give. So I said, hey, don't you wanna come and run away with me? Hey, won't you come, won't you come?
So they're not totally brown, only these over here are, so I'm gonna put this back in here for another like 10 minutes.
I say that's hard, I say that's hard.
So for all of you that don't have the electric mixer, the 30 seconds, it softened the cream cheese, but as I started mixing it with all the ingredients, it was still kind of clumpy. So I put the entire mix in the microwave for a minute, so I'm gonna see if it'll smooth out those clumps. So, and we're gonna have to refrigerate it for like 4 hours anyway, so it doesn't matter if it's warm, so. It's just, that's what we're gonna have to do. We gotta make do with what we have, but like I said, I do have the recipe linked below. So yeah, let's see if microwaving it for the extra minute is going to make it more smooth, because we don't want to eat our cheesecake and just get clumps of cream cheese. It does not sound good. Okay, so we're just gonna let that cool while we're mixing the mix together. Oh, there's the mix. I put it in there for another minute, so. But yeah, after we mix that together, we're gonna dump it into this pie crust, and then we're gonna let it set in the fridge for 4 hours. So let's finish our cheesecake filling. That was the lesson that I learned. So if you don't have an electric mixer, I would say heat your cream cheese up for like 2 minutes. 30 seconds definitely was not long enough. That's why I had to heat my entire mix, but whatever, it's totally fine. And I switched over to a fork instead of a spoon, so it broke up any of the clumps that were in there. And I'm just going to town. Like, I'm going until it is smooth and it is like I like it, because sometimes in life, you just gotta make do with what you got. That's my life lesson for today. Milestones for me today. I've never made a cheesecake and I've never roasted pumpkin seeds before, so if any of this fails, I tried. So let's go ahead, let's put this in the fridge, and we're gonna check on it again in about 4 hours. Call them done here. I know that they're supposed to be a little bit more brown. I know these are pretty brown and I just don't want them to burn. And we tried them and they're pretty crispy, so I'm just gonna roll with it. Oh yeah, that's good. That's good. I just took the cheesecake out of the refrigerator. I don't think it's totally set yet. I think we need to just let it sit overnight just to make sure it sets completely. But I'm gonna go ahead and give you a little show of what it looks like right now. And we did stop at Starbucks again. Whoever loves me so much, he let me get a pumpkin spice latte, so thank you, James. But this is what it's looking like. So it's looking really, really good. It's still just a little liquidy almost. It's not completely solid, but I mean it's looking good. I'm excited. So I think, like I said, I'm gonna let it sit overnight, but I'll definitely check back with you in the morning. As you can see, we had our coffee and read a little bit of the second book of Discovery of Witches, and now it is time to go get our cheesecake and cut ourselves a slice and see how it came out.
Yesterday there was sun and there was rain, beauty in the mundane. And as the light startled our eyes, we let go of disguise. And now there's something in the air and a sparkly shimmer on our skin, restoring everything within. Oh, dreamy, breezy, we go. Easy, easy on our tiptoes, undercover agents of the other, beyond gravel, beyond all.
So this is our vegan cheesecake, and oh my gosh, it looks so beautiful. I really do like this cocoa whip. It's basically whipped cream just made with organic coconut oil. It's really, really good. But let's give the cheesecake a taste. That is really good. It tastes just like pumpkin pie. If you like pumpkin pie, you will love this. Wow. Again, this is vegan and it's also gluten-free, so it's pretty friendly for everybody. Again, I'll leave the recipe down below. Cooper's sister actually found it, so thank you again, Liz. I'll also leave below what I substituted the dairy options with. That way, if you want to do it dairy-free as well, you definitely can. But I think I'm gonna go ahead and go enjoy my slice of cheesecake. But thank you guys so much for watching, and if you enjoyed, please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!